Hi, this is Miss Goodell. Today I am going to show you an example of how to change numbers from decimals to fractions. We're going to start with just a simple decimal, 0.5, and we could probably do this one in our head since it's a simple one, but using the place value method, if we look at the place value, the 0 is in the ones place, and then we have our decimal, and the 5 is in the tenths place. So we know, looking at that, my 5 is actually, whenever I change it to a fraction, is going to be on the top of my fraction, and it's in the tenths place, so that tells me the number 10 is the number that's going to be on the bottom. Once I've gotten this far, then I can just reduce my fraction to lowest terms by dividing, and that should give me the lowest terms version of 0.5 as a fraction. So 5 tenths, 5 and 10 can just be divided by 5. And so if you divide 5 by 5, you get 1. And if you get 10 divided by 5, you get 2. And so that reduces down to 1/2. Another example. So this time, I've put the 6 in the hundredths place. So we have our ones, tenths, hundredths. So we have 0.06 or 6 hundredths. And so then, again, my number here would go on top of my fraction. And then my place value would be the hundredths. So I look at that word hundred and I put it on top of the number 100. I can reduce again. 6 and 100 can both be divided by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 100 divided by 2 is 50. Now what if we had a 2-digit number? 0.55 or 55 hundredths. Again, so this one, if we use the place value chart, the 55 and you can also go by the way you say it. You would say 55 hundredths. You don't say 55, you don't say 5 tenths, 5 hundredths. You say 55 hundredths. And I'm writing sideways here so that I can fit my words. So you go by the value of the last digit, which is the hundredths place. And so I put both digits there, which is 55, and it's over 100 because it is in the hundredths place. And then again, I can reduce. 5 can be divided by 100, or 5 and 100 can be divided by 5. So divide them both by 5. 55 divided by 5 is 11. 100 divided by 5 is 20. Okay, so those are a couple of examples with numbers that are smaller than 1. Now, if I have a number that has a whole number in front of the decimal, we'll do another example like that. So if I have 1 and 25 hundredths, this time the number in front of the decimal is going to stay away from the fraction, okay? and I will show you in a minute. So 1/10, or 1 in the ones place, 2 in the tenths place, 5 in the hundredths place. So this time we have 1 in front of the decimal. That's just going to be a whole number 1. And notice I write that bigger. Then I look at my numbers after the decimal. Remember, I put both of the numbers together. So I put 25 on top, and then my place value is the hundredths place, so I take that word hundred, and it tells me I put 100 on the bottom. Now I can also reduce that. My 1 is going to stay the same, but 25 and 100, I'll show you down here below, 25 and 100 can both be divided by 25. So 25 divided by 25 is 1, and 100 divided by 25 is 4. So my fraction is 1/4. So 1 and 25/100 is 1 and 1/4, which is equal to 1.25. Let's do one more example. $95 and 5. Let's do 5/6. Okay, so again, this number is before the decimal. So since that is before the decimal, I'm not going to write the place value chart on there anymore. I'm just going to show you the number. So 95 is my whole number. It's before the decimal. The 6 is in the hundredths place. Since the 6 is in the hundredths place, I write both of these numbers. So 56 over 100. So I would still have, I'd be able to reduce, but I still have my 95 the same. Whole number is not going to reduce, it's still going to stay the same. And then I'm going to reduce my 56 and 100. I can divide both of those. By 4. So I get 14/25. So then I would end up with 95 and 14/25 for that question. Okay. So this is where knowing your place value comes in handy. And in your notes that I have provided, I have actually given you a place value chart. So if I look at this, these are my ones, and you know on the left side you go ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and so on. The place value after the decimal just goes the other way. So you have tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths, 100,000ths, millions. So if I look at these examples, my 3, if it were just 2.3, it would be, the 3 would be over the 10, right? If it were 2.34, the 3/4 would be over the 100. If it were 345, if they weren't any other numbers but there, then it would be over the 1,000. Okay, so the number that you indicate up above, this one, would be the number that you would put on the bottom. Okay, so you'll find that in your notes. Ask me any questions if you have any, and let me know how that works for you.